Hey, good morning, friends. It is late. It's 10:26 a.m. on the 28th of February, 2025. That is the 1st of March for our lucky friends on the other side of the planet there. That's right, our time traveling friends from New Zealand, from the Philippines, from Australia, and specifically those wonderful folks in Melbourne. I hope everybody's doing awesome today. I really do. Let's start off with who I am, because if not, I forget about that. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. That group was so funny, I thought I better start a second one in case I lose that first one. Lost the first one. But we're fighting to get it back, my friends. But I'm so glad that you're here. That means you're a member of our second site, our main site at the moment. And it's a beautiful site. We got over 1,000 beautiful folks just like you. And you know what? I heard about you. I heard that you're you. And I heard that you're awesome. In fact, that part's a lie. I didn't hear that you're awesome. I know you're awesome because you helped me create this amazing group that we're members of, my friends. 1,100 folks, that's a good sized village, isn't it? Funniest village on the internet, population you and I, folks. We're funny people in a funny place, and we're making people laugh. So why am I late today? I'm not going to lie. I slept in. This is something I don't do. I slept in until 8 a.m. It felt freaking glorious. Oh my gosh, it did. It was. Yesterday was a tough day for me, and I'll explain that near the end of the video. But I'll explain it in a few minutes actually when I tell you about my day and my day yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a rough day. Not horrible, but it was a rough day. And when I finally got to bed, which wasn't overly late, I just was out like that. I put on an audiobook on my sleep phones. And I think I heard maybe about 2 minutes of it and I was asleep. Woke up, it was 8:01 a.m. and I was like, wow, got up. And then immediately I had to drive with my beautiful, wonderful wife to the car dealership when she was dropping her car off to get an oil change. And I had to drive her back and then we grabbed some breakfast. So that's why I'm late today. And you know what? I am sorry I'm late, but I don't feel really sorry because that extra sleep felt pretty good and I was bagged. I needed it. So, but cheers to us. We're awesome, folks. Okay. So I will explain what I did yesterday. Yesterday was a day off. Well, a day off from work. I had lots to do yesterday, and I spent almost the entire day while doing some laundry on the side. That's not active. I'm not down by the river banging clothes on rocks. While I was doing laundry, I started off with my communications with Facebook Meta Business. They have a hacked assets team, and this is in regards to trying to get the other account back. And they sent me an email with everything that they wanted, and it was clear what they wanted, but it wasn't 100% clear as to how they wanted it. So I had done each section that they wanted me to do. I did as a separate email, and they all have to be PDFs. So each one was separate, and then I had all these screenshots and just so much media that I had attached to the email that I finally, and this took me hours, I sent it off. An hour later, it bounced back and said that the message was too big. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to go and I had to reformat it all into a single message. And then I still had to make sure I had every point was still in the right place. And I was still making links to the PDFs that were attached. A PDF is just a document format, though, folks. It's sort of a universal document format. I know some people are familiar when I ask for a PDF. But anyways, it eventually took me all day. And I wasn't done till 10:51 was the last time, was when I actually sent my final email, well, final as of yesterday, email to the hacked assets team at Facebook/Meta. So that was so draining. Oh my gosh. And I felt like I had to do it fast because I want to get this done as fast as possible, because I know the longer it takes, the less chance of getting that group back. So that's what I did almost all of yesterday. Add in of course the laundry, but that's minor. Laundry's easy. And that was my day yesterday. And it was draining, but you know what? I'm at the point where I think I've actually done everything that I can to get the group back. It's almost cathartic, because right now it's in someone else's hands now. And it's just done or it's not done, right? I mean, we either get it back or we don't. Like I said, in a way, even without any resolution, positive or negative, yet I already feel like there's a relief. It's just a weight off my back because I've done my work, and it's been a lot of work to try and get it back. They'll probably need some more information from me in that, but I think the lion's share is done. And you know, why am I going on about this? There's nothing funny about this, but you know, it's because you folks are part of my community, and I feel like you folks are kind of like friends that I haven't met, so that's why I'm going on like this. Plus, maybe it's filler. So that's what I did yesterday. A very draining day, but in the end, I do believe I have accomplished something. Hopefully, my accomplishment gets our group back. That's all. So, you know what? And Rose Glad responded yesterday to the video. She does every day. Rose Glad's awesome. And she let us know that sweater is finished. I think she got the buttons on, and she's got to send it out. Looks fantastic. In fact, I'm going to put that picture up right here. I'm going to have to do that in post because I didn't prepare well enough. But the picture's going to be right there of that sweater. A couple of pictures. Looks great, Rose. Love your work. I love when you share it with us. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting us. And thanks for being awesome too, Rose. And thank you to all of you folks. You really all are awesome. You know, spoke to Melissa Carnahan. Now, I apologize, Melissa. I don't remember what you said you did yesterday because I'm so tired. But I do know that she is at this moment, while I'm recording this, she has gone to get a mani-pedi. So you pamper yourself, spoil yourself, Melissa, and have an awesome day. Melissa, thank you very much for your letter of acetation. Oh, and regarding what I was just speaking about the group and that, I had put out a post asking members for letters, you know, asserting that they knew that I was a member of that group, and I was overwhelmed. You know, I'm always overwhelmed by your responses when it comes to something like that, folks. And you know what? Thank you very much. I got several of them. They were all very good. I really appreciate that. You folks, the support that you folks have shown me since this happened has been overwhelming. You know, in the video that I did, sorry, I'm going back on this, and we're going to continue with the funny parts of the video. I promise you, my friends. I think I have to get this out. On the 22nd, when I was making my daily video, that was the day after this happened. Partway through the video, I had to stop it. I can be an emotional person, but usually that emotion is anger with idiots. You know, I mean, I laugh and stuff like that. Of course, I'm a human. I'm a human. All right, actually, I'm an alien robot living amongst humans wearing a really cheap human suit. But I picked up a lot of human habits. I actually got overwhelmed, and I had to stop the video because I was about to cry. But it wasn't because I lost the group. And which you would have thought it would be, I guess. I don't even know how to cry. It's been so long. But I almost cried, and it was not at the loss of the group. I was overwhelmed by the amazing support and the amazing messages I was getting from you folks. And it was a good feeling, but it was a feeling that I didn't know how to deal with. And you know what? There's a big thank you to you folks out there. I'm getting a little emotional right now, but that's okay. You know, really big thank you. Really heartfelt thank you. Just, you know, I always feel loved, but I really felt loved. So thank you. Okay, enough of that mushy stuff. I just recorded that a second ago, and I used the wrong S word. Sorry. Enough of that mushy stuff, folks. You know, we got stuff to talk about. I want to know what you're doing today, my friends. Myself, I am working a Calgary Hitmen game. Love hockey, my friends, and I love working for these hockey teams. Calgary Hitmen, they are on a roll. They're on fire right now, you know, and they've just been a fun team to watch. The last game I worked 2 days ago was the Be Brave game. It started early. It was 11 o'clock puck drop. 17,000 kids bust in from their schools. They were so excited. They were cheering. The whole place was done up in pink. You know, I know a lot of ushers that find that event, it's just overwhelming for them. I just reveled in it. You know, I loved it. I think I needed it too, you know, because of all this crap that's been happening. This was all positive, and that just made me so happy. Honest. So, you know, I said it the other day, I'll say it again. If your kids were at that game, if you're in Calgary, man, give your kids a pat on the back, because every single one of them just freaking rocked that place, my friends. Absolutely. So anyways, I got back on that. I'm talking about it the other day. I'm working a hockey game later on today. Right now, all I'm doing is just making the video, though. I'm kind of relaxing, waiting to hear back from Meta Support. So that's all I'm doing after this. The recording though, there is the editing, and that takes a little bit, which is why the video is going to be later than it should be. So that's what I'm doing. I want to know what you're doing. Come on, share. A few of you share what you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. I know Rose. There's a good chance Rose is going to let me know what she's doing, and I love that. Michelle might. Come on, folks. If you're watching this video, just drop a note on what you're doing. I totally get if you don't want to, though. You know, this is the internet, and sometimes something should be kept private. So if you feel like it, send us a note. Let us know what you're doing, and maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow, my friends. All right. You know what? I like to do this every day. I like to showcase a couple of posts from a couple of amazing folks like you. Now, because the group is a little bit smaller than the other one, a lot of the people, I'll be repeating a lot of the folks that I'm showing here. It's not because I'm playing favoritism, although it really gonna seem like it. It's just, these are the posts that make me laugh, that I see most recently. And we do have a big influence of new posts from existing members that were on the other group that are bringing their stuff over. So it is kind of skewing things right now. So not playing favorites, my friends. It's just we're being overwhelmed in a very, very good way with posts right now. So a lot of them are from a smaller number of posters, but they are very prolific posters all the time. So if you see a couple of names that you recognize, maybe tomorrow will be yours. So let's stop talking about that. Let's get to the post. First one is from a name that you know very well. If you're part of this group, it is my friend, Corey Buckner. Bringing that up right now. I'm a nerd. This is true. Now, there's not very many XP machines out there left, but there are. And you know what? They're going to be around for even longer. A lot of hospitals have XP machines. A lot of offices have XP machines. There's a lot of... I'm a nerd. Quit talking about that. You know what? It's funny. It's true. And also, this scene from South Park is hilarious, too. So the combination, beautiful. Thank you, Corey. Thank you very much, my buddy. And I'll drop that down. And the next one is one, if you don't know this name, you just showed up here. And it is Michelle Finnerty. Bringing that up right now. Now, the caption was, should have used duct tape. And it's the image itself that I'm laughing at. And you know why? This image hit so close to home. Just what I was talking about a little while ago, just a minute or two ago, about how I had to stop a video on the 22nd of February because I felt like I was about to start crying. I was breaking down. This is how I felt before I had to stop that video. This is a visual representation of how I felt for several days. I'm feeling better now, my friends. I really am. But this is exactly what I felt like inside. Thank you, Michelle. You know your posts always rock, and you know we always appreciate it. At least I hope you know that, Michelle. Thank you very much. And you know what, folks? We appreciate every single post that you send in to us. Now, there are quite a few that we can't use. It's not because we don't like them. It's just because we know what, or at least we think we know what Facebook's going to hit us on. Send back and kick out of here. So if a post of yours doesn't get through, it doesn't necessarily mean that we didn't find it funny. It means that we need to keep this group up. We might have declined it in that case. Some cases, it may be that we didn't find it funny, or maybe it's a little off color, or a little too much off color, I should say. But it's never, ever personal. I promise you that. If it was personal, and I'm serious about this, if it was personal, you wouldn't be in the group, right? We have enough control that we can control that. So, promise you, friends, if your post doesn't get through, it's just because it didn't meet some criteria. It doesn't mean it wasn't good. We want you to keep posting. We want you to post more, and we want your friends to come in here and post. So bring it on, folks. We need more posts. We need more stuff from you because you rock and you bring it every day. I think things are proceeding along pretty well today. We came in. I told you what the time was, what the date was on two parts of the world. Hello, Melbourne. Then I told you about my day yesterday. I told you about my day was probably going to be my day today. And then, we discussed Rose Glad. She finished that beautiful sweater. And let's see what else. And of course, I featured a couple of posts from Michelle Finnerty and Corey Buckner. Oh, make sure you visit Corey's group at Collections. That's COLEXIONS.com. Amazing community of artists that he's created there. It's an online art gallery. It's beautiful. Going on to that, so we did those two posts, and that brings us to here. And usually here means the next thing might be bad jokes. You know, you have to hand it to short people, because they can't reach it themselves. If you ever get locked out of your house, just talk to your lock calmly, because we all know communication is the key. What do you call friends you like to eat with? Taste buds. My friends all claim that I'm the cheapest person they know. I just don't buy it. Every year, St. Paddy's Day celebrations in my city just keep growing and growing. I think they might just be doubling. You know, some people have trouble sleeping, but not me. I can do it with my eyes closed. My boss just hates it when I shorten his name to Dick, especially since his full name is Steven. I created an app to help you find qualified electricians in your area. It's called WhatsApp. I was having real trouble trying to figure out the seatbelts in my new car. Then all of a sudden it just clicked. Why do penguins stay in pairs? Freezer crowd. You know, say it every day. I am so glad that you, the folks that do come back for those jokes, come back every day for them. Why? Because I'd hate to be telling them for nothing. Oh man, I actually love telling those jokes. It's the toughest part of the video. It really is. It's the one that takes most work. Because each of those jokes I record individually, because I'm not, I don't have the cognitive capacity to just go through them in a long string. But I record them each individually. Each one is edited, and then they're strung together into that group and that group of jokes. And you know, I appreciate that you're coming back. I like making that joke part of the video. It's fun telling the jokes, and it's even more fun knowing that there's a few people laughing at those horrible, terrible jokes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Even if it's just laughing because it's so bad, who cares? You know what? We're laughing, right? And we get the serotonin going. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I need that. So cheers to you, folks. And cheers to all of us that find bad jokes funny. You know, it's beautiful. And you can help me out with those jokes, my friends. Send your jokes, if you've got them, to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny. Sorry, I lied. Send those jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwas.com. That's jokes@wellithoughitwas.com. And, you know, if I can use them, I will. And if I do use your joke, I'm going to give you credit. And today, I got 2 jokes from my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy. Those jokes were, the first one, you got to handle the short people joke. And then the second one about, you know, if you're ever locked out of your car, your house, talk nicely to it, the communication joke. Those are both from my wonderful wife. She sent them to me last night. Thank you, Wendy. And thank you to everybody who sent in jokes to us. And thank you for laughing at them. All right, you know, we're going to move on to that next bit, though. That next bit is where I tell you about another joke. You remember that joke I told you there? That last joke? That it was a penguin joke? Remember that? It was so long ago. I do a penguin joke every day. I do. They come from the Penguin Biscuits, which is a British chocolate cookie. I know I said cookie and biscuits. Same thing, my friends. Biscuits in the UK are cookies here. Biscuits here are like tea biscuits there, which is totally different. So I'm going to call them chocolate cookies because I'll be going over my word, tripping over my words. But they're fantastic little rectangular chocolate cookies that are each individually wrapped. Every one of those wrappers has a penguin joke on it. A few months ago, my wonderful wife's friend came back from their visit to the UK, and she brought us some package. She brought her some packages of penguin biscuits. I was using those jokes. I ran out of them a long time ago. I've been asking every day if anyone from the UK that may watch this video, if anyone's in the UK that's watching this video, could send me some penguin biscuits. Well, the other day I bought, I think I said 6 packs the other day. I bought 5 packs of penguin biscuits at the Scottish Shop. Fantastic place here in Calgary. And I've been using them, got a fresh number of jokes. So I do have them, but I will be running out. So that offer or request is still up there. If you're in the UK and you can get me some penguin biscuits, just contact me. We'll work it out. I don't want you to be out of pocket for anything. And if it makes sense, we'll get you to send me some some penguin biscuits. Let me know if you can do it. I know that there may not be anyone from the UK even watching the video, so that makes sense if no one responds. So that's my request. If you've got a chance and you can, contact me. We'll make a cookie deal, like a drug deal. Oh, but here's even a better idea. And I say this every day too. You're going to learn if you've just watching these videos. I am very repetitive because that's how I try to remember things. Here's a really good idea. You know, this is a message to Platis / McVitie's. Hello, Platis slash McVitties, you wonderful purveyors of confections. You know, I do these jokes every single day. Every day. And every day I do one of your penguin jokes. That's right. And I even throw your logo up top there. And it says not sponsored by, you know. Just to be fair, I don't want anyone to be confused. Why don't you sponsor this guy's joke segment of his videos that he does every day? And you know, I post those not just to Facebook, but I also post them to YouTube and Instagram. So there's lots of potential there. Get in early, McVitie / Platis. Get in early, get in cheap. What does this guy want? Well, we're going to start off with some biscuits. I would love some penguins. If you could supply me with a regular supply of penguins, that would be fantastic. Just the cookies, please. I have no place to home a penguin. And maybe a very small amount of cash. We know I'm very reasonable. I'm very easy to work with. And it would be worthwhile to you. It would be worthwhile to us. It'll be great. It would be a great relationship. Come on, McVitie / Platis. Contact me. You can contact me at admin@wellithoughitwas.com. That's admin@wellithoughitwas.com. I'll get back to you. I always keep my eye on that email box, so I will get back to you if you ever mention it to me. Now, I hope you don't get back to me with a cease and desist. That would suck. But it would be a funny story actually for the group. So there you go. That's my plea to Platis / McVitties. Come on, sponsor this guy's joke videos. All right, now's the time when I ask you for 2 favors. Do it every day. I'm going to try to make it quick because I always stretch it out, and it's pretty straightforward. These are not selfish favors I'm asking you. At least not for me. First one, if you're out and about, or if you're interacting with humans today, and if it's appropriate, try to make somebody laugh. No matter what, if you make somebody laugh, their day has gotten better. If they're having a crappy day, you definitely made their day a little bit better. If they're having a good day, you made it better because they're laughing. Just do it. You know, it's an amazing thing to make somebody laugh, and we know you're amazing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you helped me create this amazing group. So if you're capable of that, you're capable of making somebody laugh in real life. The second favor I'm asking, once again, I ask it every single day. I've asked you to make somebody laugh. There's somebody that's just as important. You are just as important. If you can, please find something that makes you laugh today. Who knows what it's going to be? Maybe it'll be something on the group. Maybe you'll see something crazy outside. Maybe you'll be watching TV. Whatever it is, I hope you find something to laugh about today. And if you do, you've done me that favor. So that's what I'm asking. These are cheesy favors maybe, but the whole group is about making people laugh, and you're a person too. So let's make people laugh, and let's laugh ourselves, my friends. Cheers. Let's be happy. All right. Now, this is a part of the video where I always talk about our donations page. It's not as big of a thing right now, especially since, you know, I don't have to curate a group of 625,000 people in, or 630,000 people in it at the moment. Yet. We're gonna get it back. But anyways, it's about donations. We have a donation page. You know, there's that link right there. You can see it. It's a QR code, I should say, right there. And then, of course, we've got the link down here. It says donate at. We have a clickable link in our notes, too. What is it? It's a link to our PayPal donation page, and it asks for $2, $3, or $5. And actually, we ask for nothing if you can't afford it. Make sure you know that. If you can't afford it, no, don't donate. But if you feel it worthwhile and you want to help us out, we do accept donations at that PayPal page. Once again, $2, $3, or $5. And if you want to help us out, we'd love it. Donate there. And as I said, as of the 22nd of February, I started saying this, and it's 100% true. We're going to donate 50% of all donations if we get a significant, no, not if we get a significant amount. We are going to donate 50% of all donations to the Calgary Humane Society. Now, if I get a $5 donation, I'm not immediately running down there with $2.50. We're going to pull it up and do one big donation, or at least a larger donation than $2.50. But 50% of all of those donations will go to the Calgary Humane Society. You know, let's do something really good while we can, you know. I think so. That's what's going to happen there. We have received some donations since the 21st. We've had donations before that, but it's as of the 21st going forward that I'm going to be doing this. And of course, we had a donation from Melissa Carnahan. I think we had 2 donations from Melissa Carnahan since then. No, I know thinking, but I know we did. And my mom is subscribed. I feel so embarrassed about that. She raised me, you know, for 18 years. I cost her almost all of her money. She's got to stop donating to the group. anyways, so Melissa Carnahan donated. She donated a $2 donation. Then she donated a $5 donation. And then my mom, thank you, Mom. I love you, Mom. And subscribe just as a $5 donation every month. You guys got to talk my mom out of that one. But, you know, I appreciate every single donation. I appreciate all your support, my friends. Not just donations. Your support, like with your messages the other day when I really needed some emotional support. And then just your support with just, you know, you folks show up every day and you post and you share and you comment. That's the best support there, because I know you're out there. And I know you like what I've created, right? You know, that's a good feeling. But we do have the I don't want to get away from that. We do have the donations if that's something that you're interested in. But folks, I just wanted you to know that. I just want to make sure that you are, it's clear that I'm not planning on going anywhere if I don't get a certain amount of donations or anything. You know, I'm all in on this, you know, because you folks seem to be all in on this, and I love it. So there's that. Next little bit, and this is a little more tangible than a donation page, and I talk about these every day, both of them. You see what I'm wearing, right? I'm going to stand up there. Look at that. Like, this is a freaking beautiful, amazing, warm, comfortable hoodie. It's a Gildan brand hoodie. What am I saying? I'm saying we have a store. 15-ounce coffee cup. You know, our new model's even nicer looking than this. We've got t-shirts. We've got a regular t-shirt, multiple colors. I know what I'll show is always black. That's just me. But we have multiple colors, including for the hoodies. And we have the t-shirt. We have that awesome rock shirt. You know, the one, that 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. Those, you know, think if you went to concerts in the 80s and 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My favorite style of shirt. We've got a great one. Same art on it. Looks great. We've got a tote bag. I'm going to show off this tote bag. I hope this doesn't embarrass Rose. I hope she's not getting tired of this. There's Rose Glad's tote bag that she shared with us. I think it looks great. And I always say this. The fact that she's carting around rubber chickens in there really hits close to home, because this is a comedy group. Rubber chickens are kind of the core of slapstick comedy. At least when I was growing up and I saw rubber chickens in a lot of comedy sketches. Thank you, Rose. That always makes me smile. And I've really needed something to make me smile over the last few days. You provided. Thank you very much. Yeah, and we've got phone cases. That's right, they're iPhone cases. Whole bunch of models, though. I'd like to add some other, bigger Android models, like maybe some Galaxy phones and that. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. It's not that much work for me to do that, because the company I work with that makes these products, I'd be happy to do that. The next one, I mention it every day, and it's a little bit embarrassing. We do have, ladies, high-waisted bikini bottoms, so they're panties, basically. I think the graphics look really good on them. You know, I was actually requested, I think it was definitely 5 people that sent in messages, or direct messages, saying, hey, why don't you put in panties in the store? I did. Nobody bought them, though. So I think somebody was playing with me. But I don't care. They're there. It doesn't cost me anything for me to have them in the store. So if somebody eventually orders them, I would like you to tell me if they're good. Please do not send in a photo of yourself in the panties. We know you're gorgeous. You're a beautiful human. But it's inappropriate. I don't want to have to explain to my beautiful, wonderful wife why I open up my phone and there's a photo of somebody in their, well, I thought it was funny, panties. And while in a way that would be funny, maybe not to me. So yeah. You know, if you do buy any of our products, my friends, and we do have that link down below, and we have a clickable link to our store up there in the notes. If you buy any of our products, I want to hear about it. I want to let you know if they're any good, and if it's appropriate, send me in a photo of you with your products. You know, like your coffee cup, or your shirt, or your hoodie, or your tote bag. You know, if you have the panties and you hold them up like this, I'm okay with that. You know, it's just not photos of you in your panties. So please. And this is not some kind of hint. It's absolutely not some kind of hint. Like I said, I know you're going to look great in them because we're all beautiful people here, right? But I love my wife so much that I don't want to cause that stress. This is that embarrassed giggling, but I do think it's funny at the same time, my friend. So, yeah, check out the store. If there's something there that you're interested in, you know, let us know if you do get it. If there's something you'd like to see in the store, if I can, I'll add it to the store. A lot of items are easy for me to do. I work with a I work with a company called Printful. And what they do is they take our design and they apply it to their products. So there's lots of stuff that they have there. So let me know if there's something you'd like to see that logo on, or I mean our graphic on, and maybe I'll put it in the store for you. You know, like I said, I have panties now. If I get a request for men's boxers, I think I can, or briefs or whatever it might be, I'm pretty sure I can add them to the store. I think they have them in printful. So let me know if there's something that you want. So yeah, folks, if you visit the store, if you want to help us out, or if you do want to help us out in other ways, of course, we do have the donation links. It's the least expensive way for you to help us out, and it's probably the one that gives us the most direct benefit, is the donations. But I am proud of what we've created in the store here. So yeah, you know what really does bug me though? That QR code right there, that sends you to the other site. I'm going to change that, but I can change it back when we get the other group back. But yeah, check it out, folks. That's our store. That went a lot longer than I thought, but that's the store and our donations pages. If you check it out and something interests you, let us know. And of course, if you do make a donation, my friends, we are going to give you credit for that, and we are going to shout your name from the rooftops, my friends. So there's that. I went on a little too long with that portion. Sorry about that, friends. So I think it's pretty close to the time we wrap stuff up, and you know what? It's been a rough month. You know, it didn't start off rough, but it really ended rough. It was been a tough last bit of the month, and I gotta say, I'm not gonna miss this February. It hasn't all been bad, but went out on a pretty rough ride. So as I put the note, you know, in our intro, our little intro to the video, it says, "Good riddance, February. Good riddance, February." March is gonna be amazing, my friends. We're gonna make it an amazing month. We're gonna have such a good month. It's gonna be crazy. And you know what? You know, the winter, at least in this part of the world, you know, we still got some winter left, of course, but the real strength behind winter, it's lessening. You know, every day there's going to be a little bit less force behind winter. She's not done yet. She's still going to kick our butts a couple of times. I don't live in denial. But I think we're getting, spring's coming. Days are already getting longer. We've got so much to celebrate here, friends. We've got this amazing group we've created. There's 1,100 of us here, and we're all great. It's a beautiful group. You know, as I said earlier, I didn't realize how much support I had until I needed it, and wow, that was incredible feeling, my friends. So thank you very much. You really, I mean, I was humbled before when I saw how many people were in that big group. And you know, 1,000 people in this group, 1,100 people in this group, that is nothing to sneeze at, folks. 1,100 people is a sizable group. You get 1,100 people in a room, you tell me it's not busy. It was overwhelming. You know, like I said, I was humbled when I was dealing with 620 plus thousand people. What was even more humbling was when I realized that I had, you know, 10 people, or a little bit more, no more than that, 10 people that were right there, and they were and they were so supportive. That hit more than looking at that incredible number of people. It's amazing how much of a dent a smaller group of people can do when it's directed directly at you. So thank you. I'm getting emotional again. That's stupid. This is supposed to be funny. But anyways, I want to say thank you, folks. That just made me feel loved, which is, wow. I mean, I am loved. I have a beautiful, beautiful wife. I've got a good family. I got a wonderful mom. I've got some, you know, great brothers. But this was a different thing. This was absolutely different, and it was a special kind of feeling, and it got me. It got me in the feels, folks. And thank you for that, because I think maybe I needed that, you know. But you know what? We rock.
We rock! Yeah!
We freaking rock. And we're going to continue to rock. I'm talking about not me. I'm talking about all of us. You know, this group rocks. We've got such good members. We've got so much stuff coming through, like mini posts in the last few days, because people are bringing their stuff over from that other group, and it's almost overwhelming. But at the same time, I needed to be overwhelmed. That's the kind of distraction I want to, because I haven't been busy with the queue for a while. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for being amazing, because you are amazing. Thanks for making this group amazing. Thank you for making this aging alien robot living amongst humans feel like a human there for a few days. Because boy did you ever. And you know what? Thanks for being you, folks. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. I hope we have a few more people here, but even if we don't, you folks yourselves freaking rule, okay? So, see you again tomorrow, folks. All the love, my friends.